we just talk? Can we just talk?
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into my channel. It's your girl Nesha here, back in the cut once again. Today we are going to review Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is season 8, the reunion part 2. Alright, now let's pick up where we left off last week with Karlie taking the lie detector test. Pooh declined to take it because Pooh says she wanted to get her own lie detector test administered. She had paid $500 for it. I'm like, girl, you could have saved your money and just let VH1 do it. I mean, if you don't have nothing to hide. So Karlie took hers. I told y'all that I was a little bit skeptical about that test because I felt like Karlie might have taken some muscle relaxers or something before she took that test. And then, because that she was too calm for me. She was way too calm. But anyway, the results were, there was no deception indicated, and then with the exception of 2 that were inconclusive. Karlie was like, bam, there you go. I was telling the truth. I'm like, Karlie, but that was inconclusive. So that means that there is still a possibility that you did not pass those 2 questions, but whatever, you passed majority, so we're going to let you slide.
This is what hypothetical liar looks like. We have 2 more questions.
I'm like, Karlie, what the hell is a hypothetical liar? Girl, you all wrong for that on national television, girl. You sounding about dumb as hell. Even Jock was like, what the hell is a hypothetical liar? So Pooh called Shekinah fat, short, and ugly. Pooh, you about 2 notches from being transsexual. I need you to stop. And where is your beef coming from with Shekinah? It may be because now you're talking to Akbar, but don't let Akbar get you effed up. So now we move over to Scrapp, who is feeling himself these days. He got his house, he got his boys, he got his new business that he has. He's also doing some sort of reform. So he is doing really good since they have released him from prison. So he tells us that he is not on child support, nor does he have a court order. King stays with him, and the other boy, I can't remember his name, but he comes over 4 times a week. So that's cool. He didn't need court order to tell him to get his children. This is one thing that he wanted to do when he was locked up. Now he's out. He's able to do it. He is feeling himself, and he's doing a dang thing. Kudos to you. Over to the fact that his dad, he didn't know that his dad was alive until this season. I think it was like midway through the season. And his mom had always told him that his dad was dead. So then Karen steps in and says, yes, because when I called, that's all I knew. So when I called so-and-so, can't remember who that was, she was like, yeah, when did Will, or how did Will die? And it was like, no, he ain't dead. He's very much alive. And that's when she found out. So when she got that information, she took it over to Scrapp and was like, who's that name that's on your birth certificate? He says the name. And she says, I think I know that name. What's his birthday? And he's like, well, if you know the guy is not going to be the same because they don't have the birthday. But anyway, that was the big reveal. That's how she told Scrapp that his daddy was still alive. Stevie apologized for not being there for him when he called Stevie and was like, hey, can you come say a few kind words for me so that way I can get released early? Stevie didn't come. He says there's no excuses as to why he didn't come. He feels bad. He just apologized. So Karlie says that she went to go visit Scrapp while he was in prison because she knows how it is. She wants to make sure that, you got somebody here. You got a good friend here. If you need anything, let me know. I just want to keep him in good spirits. Now, when she says this, Pooh interrupts and says, well, they were effing too, so that's why she went to see him. Karen reached over, grabbed that weave, honey, and tried to yank that stuff out. I thought she wanted to punch her. She said, you don't play with her babies, honey. This is Mama Bear coming for her babies. And I don't blame her for snatching your wig. You out of line. You don't know what that girl went and did with him. And how the hell is she going to do it? They ain't married. I was like, kudos to you, Karen, because somebody need to put their hands on her. She been talking way too much throughout this whole season. She needed to be touched. Scrapp apologizes to Moniece for the way that he treated her through this season. Y'all know Moniece was into him. She was very disturbed by the fact that he's still talking to his baby mama and he's, talking to other females. But when you were in jail, it was one thing. Once you get out, it's something else. And that's usually the story. And so she got really emotional because she started looking at men in a different light. Because y'all know she was dating AD. Okay, she had went full female. But then once he said something nice to her in the ear, he started looking at me in a different light. So she didn't think that he would do that to her, but he did. So Karen said, see, this is why sex should not be involved, because people get emotional, they get attached, they catch feelings. Sierra is on stage with BK, and they give us a little rundown about what happened throughout the season. I'm a little bit pissed with VH1. Why didn't y'all show the part where he called her a scumbag? No, he said it. Give him a reminder of what he said, okay? And remind her too. Remind her too, so she can know how foolish she looked on this stage. So Pooh can't come back on stage right now, so they got to talk to her from behind the scenes. But we started talking about BK and the situation that happened with BK and Pooh. Pooh basically says nothing really happened or whatever. I don't care too much about that whole situation. I really don't care about Sierra and BK. Honestly, I don't. Somehow Sierra, Pooh, and Tokyo all start getting into it. Tokyo talking her stuff. Then Pooh says, look, Karen didn't really do nothing. All she did was pull my hair and it didn't even come out because, see, this is good weave. Tokyo says, it's okay because you'll need a new prostate once I'm done with you. Pooh say, Sierra, remember you used to come to my house, and when you came to my house, you said it was all big and nice. Sierra's like, girl, what is you talking about? You know what, Pooh, at this time, I'm going to say you are, what you call it?
This is what hypothetical liar looks like. We have two.
Moving over to Akbar and Monish, y'all remember they were supposed to be working on a song or whatever together, but they never got that, you know, they never got it done because Akbar was always having a headache or something was going on with Akbar. And she did say she had been shot in her head before, so this could be a reason why, you know, the bullet fragments and stuff were still in her head. So that's her excuse as to why she could not make the sessions, but, you know, she apologized. Monique tells us we got one song together, we just haven't got the rest of the stuff together. And then she says, you know, I don't get involved with all the semantics. Then Akbar said, what does semantics mean, sir? And she says, the details. I don't get involved with the details. I admire your realness, Akbar. You didn't know what the hell it meant, so you asked. And you didn't care whether you was on national television or not. So Nina asked Young Jock, how do you feel about Akbar saying that she runs Atlanta, that she's the queen of Atlanta? He says it's self-proclamation. That's fine. If you think you are something, you want everybody else to believe that you are, then say that you are and walk that thing. I agree with it. You know, speak things into existence. Moving over to Shekinah and Akbar V. Akbar feels like there's things that happen behind closed doors. Shekinah is acting like everything is good, but it's not. We talk about the boyfriend that they are saying, the one that Akbar had the baby by and Shekinah was with. Apparently he was shot. They go to the hospital and she sees Akbar there, and Akbar says, I think I'm pregnant. Shekinah tells her, well, I think you might want to rethink that whole situation because this ain't what you want. And Akbar interrupts her. We ended up getting to the point where Akbar trying to fight her, talking about what's good and all of this. Shekinah said, look, you put your hands on me, then I'm going to call them laws because I'm not going to fight you. I'm too old for that. I'm not doing it. Y'all, I'm with Shekinah. I turned 31 yesterday. July 28th was my birthday. And listen, I'm not playing with no female. If anybody have an issue with me, understand. I will call them people on you. Nowadays, people don't fight no more. Back in the day when I was younger, honey, we used to be able to fight and then go to sleep that night, get up the next day, be like, oh yeah, that was that beat, and then just keep moving. Nowadays, people want to grab guns. They want to jump. They want to do all this other type of stuff. Girl, I ain't got time for that. I'm calling them laws. I'm going to send you to jail, and your ass going to think about it while you locked up. How about that? Moving over to Kirk and Rashida. They've been married 25 years. And Kirk said, you know what? I'm not letting my marriage go. I can't imagine life without her. I think that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Stay with your wife, but make sure you honor your wife. Make sure you respect your wife. Don't be out here having babies on the side and then come back to I can't let this go. That's not fair to her. We also talk about Jasmine and how Jasmine, you know, they always like to throw salt in the way that she parents. I feel like she's not there for him. I feel like he shouldn't be 2 years old with a pacifier, which that's true, by the way. Why the hell would you let a child have a pacifier that's 2 years old? Good, let that go. How he's still in pull-ups. You feel like he should be potty trained. And it's just all of that. And then she felt like he lied to her because he didn't tell her that he had her number or she had his number and they were, you know, communicating or whatever. I still feel like that's, you know, Yeah, he should have told you, but that's his baby mother, and he has to have communication with her. The other way that y'all had that going on with the daughter coming back, getting him, then coming back, telling you, delivering messages and stuff like that. I didn't like that. So it's fine that they have the line of communication. As long as they don't take it to where it was, then we're good. Okay. Rashida and Kirk feels like Jasmine wants to be in a relationship with Kirk, so that's why she's out here acting the way she's acting, and they can't have a decent line of communication. Rashida, your husband ain't all that. I really think that she wants that man to be a father in Cannon's life. I do. I know that you're saying that he is a father and he does get him and stuff like that. That's what you're saying. You're his wife. You're not going to make him look bad on television, okay? Jasmine see otherwise, and obviously the grandmothers did too, because that's why they called that whole little meeting or whatever, and they was trying to have that meeting of the minds. So I feel like I believe Jasmine, and he ain't doing all that he can. But like I told y'all several episodes before, people done already said that ain't really his child anyway, so I don't really know what to believe at this point. Then we'll move over to Spice, who was talking about her whole colorism experiment that she did, and how you are beautiful no matter what shade you are. Tokyo says, look, I done seen some ugly bright chicks, so don't get it twisted thinking that, you know, just because they lighter, they better. Then Jock says, yeah, you know, because when I dyed my hair, people was like, ew, what are you doing? But then when Chris Brown dyed his hair, that was like flavor. But see, that's why a lot of people are so self-conscious when it comes to dyeing their hair and stuff like that. Granted, some stuff is just a little bit dramatic. You just need to know what fits you. And I know some people are going to say, well, what if I feel like blonde fits me? Not everybody, okay? Not everybody. So if you look cute with it, you can pull it off. I don't care what shade you are. Rock that thing. Then we move over to Tokyo, who says, you know what? I didn't even know I was depressed. I didn't know it was a real thing until the girls came over and met with me that day. And then they, you know, talked to me. And I was able to see, yo, I really am, you know, experiencing all these things y'all talk about. I'm really going through this. So if it wasn't for them, she would not have gotten herself together. But it's okay, because she got a big smile on her face, and everybody are seeing her the way that they saw her when she first came to Love and Hip Hop. And not only that, she got a new boo. Okay, she got a new boo. I'll put them up on screen if y'all didn't know about it. And so she is feeling herself. So that's pretty much it, y'all. Tokyo did let us know that she's working on plus size lingerie. And Karlie is working on sexology classes online and offline. So y'all go check her out. So go ahead, get into the comments. Let me know what you thought about this episode. And until next time.
Yeah, low key, maybe high key. I been peeped that you like.